the trial captivating a nation.
Jennifer McCabe spent longer than anticipated on the stand, sharing what she says Karen Reed said as first responders were trying to save John O'Keefe.
Your client said, I hit him, I hit him, I hit him.
She repeated, I hit him, I hit him.
She's testifying to whether or not it was a direct statement, I hit him, versus a question, did I hit him?
It's always inconsistent.
Don't take anyone's word for it.
And no more nonsense. Let's just try this case.
NBC 10 News has the latest on the retrial of Karen Reed.
In fact, we have our debrief early today because court is over already. The state has rested its case. They'll be back tomorrow for Karen Reed to start presenting her case. Joining me is our legal analyst, Austin Dana. At some point, NBC 10's Katie Benoit, the reporter up there, will also jump in. Austin, let's get right to it. Was the last witness, who was Dr. Judson Welcher from Aperture, he's an accident reconstruction expert, was he a good witness for the state or not?
I think he did okay. He brought up some compelling points as far as the speed that the SUV reversed into around the time that Mr. O'Keefe was hit or injured or killed. And then he brought up some experiments that he had done on his own, purchasing an actual similar SUV and how it could have hit the arm and caused the injuries that you see on Mr. O'Keefe's body. But again, you saw Robert Alissi really breaking down the science around this and poking holes in a lot of his theories. So I think the defense did a great job poking holes there, but he did come up with some compelling evidence for the state.
Yeah, that video he showed, I think it was day one, where he reenacted. He played the part of John O'Keefe, and he had paint on the Lexus by the tail light. And he said, look, he moved it really slowly, and then he kind of mimicked what it would be like to get hit. And the paint, sure enough, matched up with the wounds that we see on John O'Keefe's arm. However, the Karen Reed side pointed out, you moved it at 2 miles an hour. Nobody disputes that the car was moving at 24 miles an hour. Why didn't you do it with a crash test dummy? And she's going to have her own reconstruction expert. So I think they made a valid point there.
Mm-hmm. Certainly did. You got to question the validity of some of these experiments that the Commonwealth is bringing into evidence here. And I think they've made it easy for the defense team to poke holes in that. And then they will have their own experts coming in and probably doing some of their own experiments that could be more compelling than what we've seen from the state.
All right, let's go to our first clip. This is the prosecution resting its case. The state gets to go first, and then the defense is up next. They're going to start tomorrow. And right after that, I'm going to ask you the wisdom of starting the very next day. I would imagine you'd want to, I think if I was doing it, I'd want to wait till Monday, but we'll see what you have to say. All right, let's go to the prosecution resting its case.
Commonwealth moves to introduce and play clip 26.
So I thought, could I have run him over? Did he try to get me as I was leaving and I didn't know it? I mean, I've always got the music blasting. It's snowing. I got the wipers going, the heater blasting. Did he come and hit the back of my car and I hit him in the knee and he's drunk and passed out and asphyxiated or something? And then when I hired David Yannetti, I asked him those questions the night of January 29th. Like, David, what if, I don't know, what if I ran his foot over or what if I clipped him in the knee and he passed out or went to care for himself and he threw up or passed out? And David said, yeah, then you have some element of culpability.
See the 207?
Your Honor, the Commonwealth rests.
Okay, touche for the state. We play Karen Reed, video clip, her own words, speculating maybe I did hit him. Maybe it happened. So I think they win the moment, if not the day. Go ahead, Austin.
Yeah, I think that's very compelling evidence for the state when you have a defendant saying, oh, well, maybe I could have done this. That's not something you want coming out of your client's mouth as a defense attorney and being played for the jury. So getting back to the question that we spoke about before we played the clip, do you want, as the defense, to start on Monday, or do you want to get right in front of that jury tomorrow? I think you want to get right in front of them tomorrow, because you don't want them ruminating on that clip of Karen Reed speculating that she may have hit John O'Keefe. You want to get the jury thinking about something completely different than that as fast as you possibly can.
Okay, I would think that, well, we just went through all of this. Let me take a quick break and come back and hit the reset button and start fresh. But you're saying that's not the case. You want to divert them from that last clip that we saw.
I think that's what my strategy would be in this situation. I just would feel very uncomfortable sending the jury away for 3 days with that clip stuck in their head and the evidence from that reconstructionist abutting it.
All right, let's go to the judge with her message to the jury. This is the midway point. The state has rested. Let's listen.
So everybody can sit. So jurors, the Commonwealth rests. That means that the Commonwealth's case has been presented to you for your consideration. So I need to meet with the lawyers for a few minutes, so we're going to send you back out. I can tell you that it now appears that we're at least on schedule, if not a little ahead of schedule. So we'll send you back out for a short recess.
Advice to the jurors?
Okay, pretty standard stuff. You know what, Dan? Let's just go ahead. I want you to roll that soundbite again with the prosecution resting, and let's just listen again to them trying to seal the case with Karen Reed's own words. Roll that again. Let's pay attention here.
Commonwealth moves to introduce and play clip 26.
So, I thought, could I have run him over? Did he try to get me as I was leaving and I didn't know it? I mean, I've always got the music blasting. It's snowing. I got the wipers going, the heater blasting. Did he come and hit the back of my car and I hit him in the knee and he's drunk and passed out and asphyxiated or something? And then when I hired David Yannetti, I asked him those questions the night of January 29th. Like, David, what if, I don't know, what if I ran his foot over, or what if I clipped him in the knee and he passed out or went to care for himself and he threw up or passed out? And David said, yeah, then you have some element of culpability.
All right, okay. Austin, a skilled attorney, is going to say, listen, she's an average person. She's as shocked as everyone. And of course she's wondering, did I do it? Did I hit him? Did I do this? As anybody might say in that state. Incidentally, that was from the documentary on HBO Max. I believe I've seen that clip. So she can be rehabilitated from that. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's enough wiggle room there that it's something in her head. We knew it was in her head when they found the body on the side of the road. I think there's evidence that she was saying something like, could I have hit him in that situation? So she's wondering what happened here. Could it have been me? Was this an accident? I think the defense can rehabilitate her that way. I still think it hurts them more than it helps them to have her going out and making these statements to the media, which then are being used against her by the prosecution. But there's room there for rehabilitation for sure.
Right. And each side is picking a clip. We don't, it's like the old videotape game. We don't know what led up to it. We don't know what comes after it. It's all in context. But that's the way it went today. Austin, I'll let you go. Thanks, and come on with us tomorrow, because that's we're at the halfway point start of her case tomorrow. Thanks, Austin.
Thanks, Gene.
All right, thank you for being with us. That's our daily debrief. We'll be back again tomorrow. I'm Gene Valicenti for NBC 10 News.
The trial captivating a nation.
Reed is accused of killing her boyfriend, Boston police officer John O'Keefe. The defense claims she was framed in a police cover-up.
On the scene to keep you informed at every turn.
In Dedham, Katie Benoit, NBC 10 News.
With live updates and legal analysis.
What happens then? Did the trial have to stop?
A lawyer's only as good as his or her word.
They failed miserably and they'll continue to fail.
On air, online, and on the app. NBC 10 News has the latest on the retrial of Karen Reed.